Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Stephen Booth. I look after business development for FlowXO. I'm here live from Media City over in the UK. An interesting fact, if you watch Coronation Street, the new set is right over here at the Keys. I'm in a building called The Landing and it literally overlooks the set. Also, of course, we now have a large part of the BBC here and it's a great place to have a base for FlowXO. So we're all here to build a bot. I'll assume you pretty much know what a bot is in general and you've had a chance to interact with some. Let me explain how FlowXO is the best platform for building and maintaining a bot for your business. There are lots of use cases for bots, but we're focusing narrowly on helping businesses and brands get genuine value out of having a presence on messaging apps. So that means providing better or faster ways to interact with customers or followers, reducing customer service costs, reaching more people, or simply selling more. We believe that the enduring use cases will be in assisting customer service and commerce rather than trying to shoehorn full-purpose apps inside a messenger. Now, for our purposes, we're going to imagine that we're running a gym, the gym. Gyms are the kind of businesses that can really get value out of a presence on messengers. Gyms usually run a subscription model, which requires constant nurturing of the customer. So a gym is a perfect candidate. But then again, there are so many businesses that could get value out of bots. You'll see a chat box on the right hand side of the YouTube window. It'd be great if you could tell us what business you're in over in chat. Our team back at HQ in Padiham, they're about 40 minutes away from here, are online now and they'll try and answer your questions or give you some pointers. So in more direct terms, how can we serve a business like the gym better through a bot? Well, we want more happier customers and we want them now. The key to that is quick onboarding in a fast, efficient and very cool way. Bots are definitely on trend and will convert better than web forms. You will get more signups. We want to improve our online service, providing 24-hour service and quick answers to frequently asked questions. Of course, that's free 24-hour service from the bot. And it's quickly become apparent that telephone calls no longer work as a backup when frustrations arise. The call centre is becoming overloaded and call abandonment is a real issue. Better to avoid or alleviate that channel through a bot. Right, onto the real thing. How will this work? I'm about to start building the bot on screen, so you can build along with me. The full video will be available almost straight away afterwards, so you can replay it and follow along then if you'd prefer. You'll need your FlowXO account, your Facebook developers account, Google Sheets account, your Gmail account, and access to Messenger. So let's get down to it. Let me open up my desktop. So here's FlowXO. I'm in the Flows section, and this is where you define what words or phrases to listen out for and how you want to respond to incoming messages. On the bots page, we plug in each bot platform, in our case, Messenger, so let's do that now. We support Messenger, Slack, Telegram and SMS currently. Once you've set up your flows, you can add bots on other platforms and they'll work the same everywhere. So you can build once and keep growing your presence as we add platforms. That's a great feature that's fairly unique to us at FlowXO. For our gym, we're just setting up on Messenger for now. Now I'm going to fill in the settings for this bot. If you're building along, you can pretty much copy what I'm doing here, or you can come back later and fill in the blanks. Here I am in the Facebook developers area. I need to click Create New App. And I need to select Basic Setup. I need to choose a category. Apps for Pages is fine. I need to make sure I'm in the Add Product area, and I need to click Get Started next to Messenger, and I need to click Get Started again. Back in FlowXO, I can name my bot, and I need to enter some of those details that we generated from Facebook developers. When I've generated and completed those details in FlowXO, I can click Messages to launch this bot right away. Clicking Get Started starts the bot and gets him ready for conversation. So here you can see I've launched the bot in Messenger and it's ready to go. It won't do much at the moment, so let's change that. Let's build out our first flow. We'll log a new customer's details in a Google Sheet. Our sheet should look like this. So now we'll set up the questions we want to ask. First, we need to trigger this flow. We'll do that with the new message action, with the new message trigger and the keyword join. Just follow along here and input the same values if you like. Next, we'll ask for an email. And we'll validate to make sure the response is an email. We'll ask, what's your postcode? And the next question we'd like to ask is, how would you rate your general fitness? Let's have some richer content and provide some choices. We'll use send a card set first. Then we'll give the basic choices as a question. Finally, we'll add a row to Google Sheets, which is one of FlowXO's 90+ integrated services. You can see here, I'm just going to populate the inputs with outputs from the questions that we asked, which of course are the customer's responses. Let's see that run in Messenger. Here you can see me triggering this flow in Messenger with the keyword join. Apologies, I just need to turn this flow on. I'll trigger this with the keyword join. You can see once I've answered these questions that my Google Sheet has captured the data of the customer right away. Alternatively, at this stage, I could have passed the new customer directly to a live human agent using FlowXO's messaging service. The agent could have started chatting with the new customer in the Messenger interface right away. Back to flows, and we're ready for our next one. We'll just do a bit of housekeeping here. This time we'll answer a pretty common frequently asked question, how to find us. We'd like this flow to be a little bit more visually pleasing, so we'll send a card in Messenger with an image and a link to some directions in Google Maps. First, we'll trigger on the word where. Then we'll use the Google Sheets option, search rows, and we're going to look up the customer in Google Sheets and get their postcode. Finally, we'll send a card with those directions. We'll use a Google URL here plus some data we captured earlier from our retrieved sheet. Again, let's check that out in Messenger. I'll ask where. And here's the response with a nice link to Google Maps. And here are my directions. This is on the start. We can trigger on as many keywords as we like and answer any number of questions, as well as break each question out into separate menu of options to guide the user. For our final flow, we want to include the option for a human agent to speak to the customer through the Messenger interface. We can do that through the messaging service. The value of the messaging service is that the customer is receipt of excellent customer service. They get their basic questions answered instantly by the bot rather than having to search around or wait on a phone line. And for more complex queries, the user doesn't have to break out of their messaging interface to get the human help they need. It's all provided in one place. To the business, the messaging service means streamlined customer interaction and process efficiency, as messaging will create tickets in help desk software such as Zendesk, Help Scout and Freshdesk. Responses to incoming tickets will be presented directly back to the user in the messaging app, and a full history of the interaction is maintained in an email thread. So first, I'm just going to click to add a trigger. And this time I'm going to trigger on the word talk. Next, I'm going to ask a question. And then I'm going to use the messaging service to pass this off to a human agent. And here I'm going to give the answer to the question about what the person needs help about. Next, I'm going to add some shortcuts. I'm going to add a reply shortcut, which means that the customer can instantly speak back to the human once they receive a reply, rather than speak to the bot directly. The final thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to send a message to the user to let them know that we've contacted a human agent. Let's have a look at that in Messenger. I'll trigger on the keyword talk. And here you can see in my Gmail account that I've been contacted as the human agent. I can now respond to this email and send the message directly back into Messenger. So here's the human's response, and the customer's given the option to reply, which is to reply directly to the human rather than speak to the bot. Reply requires that rather than just triggering off a single keyword, we also need to trigger off reply. And so by clicking reply here, I'll recycle this flow in FlowXO and maintain the thread of interaction with the human rather than with the bot. And here we go through the cycle again. And that email will have been sent off to the human agent again. A big thing to note here, I've used Gmail, but it's easy to see how this would function with Zendesk, with HelpScale, with Freshdesk, or any other support ticketing software. You can route messages directly from a bot to a live human agent and have them take over the conversation when required. This provides the perfect blend of bot and human interaction right inside your existing apps. The thread of interaction is maintained by email, and the user knows exactly how to reply and reach a human agent through a shortcut button directly in Messenger. So that's the bot complete for now. We've seen how each of those keywords works in real time. Great, so let's recap. We've connected a bot to Messenger from Facebook and built out some basic flows. One for signing up new customers, one to send us some directions based on the postcode the customer gave us, and one to talk to a live human agent directly in the Messenger channel. So where do we go from here? Well, there's no limit to the number of flows you can build. We've built 3 here, but you can see how they'll be easily replicated. You can get information in and out of any of the services, mailing, analytics databases that you're currently using. Next steps, build out more FAQ questions. More keywords alongside the talk to us trigger is more effective than any AI solution, the perfect blend of bot and human intelligence. Let's think about what the services do you integrate with in the office? How could they feature in your flows? Talk to us about how you'd like to integrate those services. To get you started on that, I'm going to share the flows with you that we've built today. I'm going to put the links on screen in a moment, copy them down, and you can install these flows into your own accounts. You can always replay this video later to get hold of these. Once you're happy with your bot and you've built out all the flows you need, we need to get it live. There's an app review required at Facebook. I'll show you where to go in Facebook Developers, but just ask us for any help that you need. So I hope you've got a good idea of how to build out your own bot based on what we've looked at. For any minor guidance, you can visit our support pages at support.flowxo.com. We also have a thriving community where you can post questions and a blog where we demonstrate building out further use cases. Let me show you those briefly. Here's the Help Center at support.flowxo.com. Here's our community at community.flowxo.com. And here's our blog on Medium, where you can see other use cases have been built out.